Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Adam Macaluso. I am the National Distribution Accounts Manager here at Trina Solar. And as Allison alluded to, I'm going to go over a little bit of Trina, who we are, a little bit more background on some points you may or may not know. Also talk about our products a little bit, how that weaves into our 25/25 warranty, and also kind of give you a sneak preview of what we're looking like later in the year into next year. So without further ado, I will launch into it. If the slides will move. There we go. Here we go. That was the introduction. So like I said, my name is Adam Macaluso. I'm the National Accounts Manager here. I've been with Trina for just over about 6.5 years. And before that, I did 2 years in solar with a small residential installer, doing inside sales stuff, getting up on roofs, helping out with some installs. Some other folks here at Trina that are just kind of in the background. Stephanie Loip is our distribution sales director. She's got over 10 years in solar and 20 years managing channel relationships. And then also joining us is Danielle Haskins, who is our business development manager, who has 7 years in solar, previously with Solar World and SunPower. So those are some of the faces behind the scenes here at Trina in the channel partners. Just some milestones about Trina for a little bit of background. We were formed in 1997 is when we started first producing panels, which I believe, according to the calculations I ran once, I think that we are now the oldest manufacturer out there today, or one of the oldest panel producers. And I'll kind of jump around on the timelines here. Back in 2006, we were publicly listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We also moved into the US market in about the early 2000s as well. And for those of you that kind of know our history, we did go private for a little while, and now we are relisted publicly once again. Did that just this last year. Let's see what else on here. 2014, we hit #1 in global shipments. We ship the most panels globally, and we've been in that top 3 of the largest manufacturers ever since, kind of rotating in those top spots. And then one of the big ones for us was in 2016, we opened our Thailand plant. We built, own, and operate that. And that is where about 90% of the panels for Trina come from. We have also a couple little operations in Vietnam and Malaysia, but a vast majority of our panels come from Thailand. And I'll kind of go over a little bit of where the rest of the team is located here in the US, because we know that Trina comes across as a Chinese name, but it's really kind of a very local operation. And I'll kind of touch on that here in a little bit too. Bankability, I'll go over this one very briefly. This is a term we really love to throw around in the manufacturers. Basically, how well do the banks rate you? You know, how financially stable are you as a company? And Trina's been in the top spots with a handful of others for the past 5 years in a row since they started doing this. This is put together by Bloomberg New Energy Finance, who is the research arm for clean energy for Bloomberg, the big Bloomberg news organization. Innovation and growth. This will tie into our products as well. This is just kind of a cool little slide on some of the world records that we hold since 2011. We have 852 patents on our technology. We hold 20 world records over the past decade or so. We have our own in-house lab that is back at HQ, where we do all of our R&D and development. So that's all done in-house by a very veteran team of scientists and researchers. So we're very proud of our lab.
Hey, Adam, really quick.
Sure.
We're able to see the error message, the Zoom error message.
Oh boy.
At least I can. So if you want, it probably has to do with you needing to switch your screen. So just stop sharing and then reshare.
Oh boy. Technology. Let's fix that again. Let's see if we can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Sorry about that. The joys of technology and working from home. We got it. Okay. Thank you.
Yep, you're good.
Thank you. Let's see, going back into that. So we're at the state labs, the testing. So as part of that, kind of our state labs and the research and the R&D that we do, we also do a lot of testing on our panels. And this will all tie into the warranty, I swear, is we do about 200 in-house tests on every single panel before it ever sees the light of day. So some of our series make it, some don't if they don't pass the tests. And then from there, we also ship it off to guys like DNVGL, PVEL, for third-party testing as well. So being a company of this size, third-party testing to independently verify all the work is huge for our customers and for us. And that's not something that I think a lot of folks really push or can do, I think. I don't know if that's true, but we're very proud of the third-party data that we have to back up our stuff. And tying all into that is the warranty, which we'll go over shortly, and how we have expanded that to our 2525. Jumping backwards, just very briefly, kind of talking about where we are as a company. You know, to date, Trina has shipped over 50 gigawatts globally to over 100 countries around the world. Our U.S. headquarters is in the San Francisco Bay Area. We have all of our teams are located around there. I'm out here in the Bay Area as well, but our operations, finance, logistics, warranty, all of the support is done through here in the U.S. office. So it makes it very, very easy and simple for us to go back and any operational support we need. It's very, very quick to get answers. We have very limited interactions actually with our home HQ. We usually talk with our factories in Thailand. And for the most part, that's really pretty much it. It's a very, very local, centralized operation. And all of our other offices around the world also kind of operate that way as well. Our Latin America team is based in Miami and Mexico. South Asia is based in Singapore. Europe is based in Switzerland. And all these guys kind of operate on their own autonomous units, just like we do here in the US. So going back to the modules today, and this will tie into this as well. So as most of you on the call are familiar with, the products that we offer today through our partners are our black on black 330 and 335 watt DD06M.05. That's over there on the far left. That is going to be one of the topics of our conversation today. Also coming out later in the year, as some of you may or may not know, is our 360, 365 watt black on black. That will be dropping late June, early July timeframe. That's our DE06X.05. It is, for lack of a better term, I'll call it a 66 cell. It's a little bit bigger than the 60 cell 330, 335, and smaller than a 72 cell. So it kind of fits this niche. We realized at Trina that manufacturers were jumping up in wattage very quickly. So we wanted to be able to support people's roadmaps for the entire year. So we will have our 330, 335 black on blacks for the entire 2021 year. And then, like I said, halfway through the year, we'll also have a higher wattage option available for the 360, 365s. And then just very briefly touching into next year, you'll see something from us. We are upgrading the way that we manufacture our cells inside the wafers. And that will become our Vertex X series, which is our DE 09.05. And that will be about a 395, 400 watt black on black. And that will also be covered under our 2525 when that rolls out next year. More details to come. That's sneak preview in development, in certification right now. So that is just kind of a look on where we're at for now in the second half of the year and into next year. That's just a little bit on 360, 365 watt. As the module continues to develop and wattage goes up, we hope to get that up to a 380 eventually as well. Bulk majority when it comes out will be about a 360, 365, mostly 365. Always black on black. Aesthetics is huge for us. Anything that Trina moves through the channel is always black on black by default. Black on white is options. Encourage you to talk to your point of contact about that if you need it. But we found that for residential, black on black is the way of the world. So that's what we do by default. Over 20% efficiency on these DE06Xs. They use a different type of bus bar technology than you've seen in the past. We use about 9 bus bars in these, and they're very, very thin. So we try to basically make it as close to a all black as humanly possible. And this is also, like I said, backed by the Trina Protect warranty, which is what we are calling the 2525 is Trina Protect. So the warranty itself, the main crux on why we're here. This applies to all of our black on black residential modules. So that means the 330, 335 DD06Ms and the upcoming DE06X 360, 365s. And that applies to any panel that is delivered after Jan 1 of this year. So it's already up and running, as you all probably well know. This is automatically rolled in to the warranty. You do not have to file any additional paperwork. The homeowner does not have to file any additional paperwork. We already keep track of it as soon as we ship it out. So there is no exclusivity requirement, no extra training involved in order to qualify. Very simple, very straightforward process, very easy to communicate to people. So this allows for as you well know, a black on black 25/25 at a competitive price from a old school reliable manufacturer. One other thing that we wanted to touch on as part of this warranty, as part of this new Trina Protect program, we have also changed up the annual degradation rate of the panels. So as you know, most of you folks know, in the first year degradation is higher, and then it's kind of a linear line after that. The new annual degradation of the panels is 0.55 per year versus 0.6. So by year 25, you'll get an extra, basically you'll be at 84.8% versus 83.1. So you'll get another percentage point and a half roughly of energy efficiency once we're done. So that is also part of the 25/25. So not only do you get that full comprehensive power and workmanship, but you also get a lower annual degradation. So that is really kind of the warranty in a nutshell. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. We don't want to make this complicated for anybody, and I'll open it up to Q&A at the end, but that's really it. And we can kind of go over, like I said, the Q&A at the end for anyone that has additional questions, but we wanted to keep it as simple and straightforward as humanly possible for everybody. That way it's an easy pitch to homeowners, to everybody, and then it's simple and quick to understand. And then just kind of talks about supply. This is just a high level thing, that how we supply our folks. We work closely with our partners about a dedicated supply just for our partners, just for the channel, that cannot be touched by utility or anything like that. So that way everybody knows what we have coming into the year. And that kind of ties back to our product roadmap. We know how much is coming of what product well into the future, so we can convey that down to people so they have a good idea on what they can plan for into the future. This is just the overall recap slide, who we are, how many years we've been in business, our reliability, our commitment to quality, our commitment to aesthetics, our very strong roadmap. We believe we have a good position there, and then our warranty. So that is Trina in a nutshell. That is our warranty in a nutshell. My name is Adam Bankability. If anybody needs anything at all, by all means, you can reach out to your SolarGen point of contact, or you can reach out to me. A lot of our information, I also recommend go check out our website, just trinasolar.com. In the top right section, there's a downloads page. You can find a whole lot of stuff on there. Our data sheets are always up to date. I know that's always kind of a worry when you're going to a manufacturer's website. Is this the most current data sheet? Once again, because we have a US team, these guys are very on top of it. So they update those accordingly. Our exact warranty language is on there. And so is our installation manual and a lot of our certifications too. So you can find a whole mess of that on that website. And I will open it up to Q&A. If anyone has any questions, thank you so much for listening. I hope I didn't talk too fast. I've been trying to dial it back a little bit. So I will open the floor up to anybody that has some questions, and I'll go from there.